So, UFO, done, over. I thought it'd be faster, but as I said, I played pretty incompetently during that and still managed to pull out some amazing plays like taking Atlantic battleship. Anyway, Guild Wars. We finally left the... I keep going, we left the... Jesus, immediately do it again. We managed to fight our way through the jungle. All the way through the jungle. Found out that the White Mantle are sacrificing the Chosen as opposed to, like, elevating them like they said they would. So we sided with the Shining Blade, I think is what they were called. And we got them a new refuge, and then someone leaked their location live on Instagram. So then we had to run and fight our way through everything. Lots of White Mantle. Before eventually it turns out that one of the inner circle, I think his name was Marcus, betrayed everyone and kept revealing everyone's location. So when we were going to meet up with the Scepter of Ore, so we stole the Scepter of Ore in this mission? Yeah, and then we ran away. We gave it to a guy called the Vizier. I can't remember his last name, but the Vizier said he can give us great power and be able to turn the tide of the war in our favor into the Shining Blade to save people. But unfortunately, the leader of the Shining Blade, I think her name is Evenia, has been kidnapped. So he, using his necromancer powers, raised a wooden ship from the depths and sailed us all the way across to a desert. And now we must become ascended. Which is going to be a long, evolved process. And the instant my cat hit level 20, I'm going to show you all my favorite pet. Well, we're going to see my favorite pet as we run around. But first, we need companion, henchman. But I hope everyone's doing alright. For those of you who came across the raid, I appreciate that this is going to be a huge changing gears from what you were probably expecting, which was UFO, Enemy Unknown, and XCOM UFO Defense, into a co-op RPG. But here we are. Oh, we get a new type of henchman now. We get a Protector. We're going to take the Protector. Oh god, we're going to need the Protector. I'm actually going to take the Protector, and then I thought we get the maximum party size here, but clearly not. Got Dunham, these two, we got little Tom, and I need Orion. You. Then it's a little bit of a weird way that the desert works, in that we're going to run and I'm going to regret existence very quickly. Probably fight our way through as opposed to trying to evade everything. Oh, they're going for me? You going for me? Yep, they're going for me. Okay. This is fine. This is all fine. The way the desert works for the most part is it's all going to be broken up into really weird areas, and we need to... Oh no, that is way too many all at once. Yep, Dunham's going down real quick. This first part of the desert is really brutal, and then the rest of it is like tame. Oh, we got swarmed by so many scarabs. You know what? Just gonna head straight back if we're gonna do this again. This is why the desert can be really brutal. This first part, a lot of people tend to just run, literally just run through it. I don't know why it's so front-loaded in difficulty. The rest of it's not gonna be too bad. But we're gonna get to a place and it's gonna tell us we need to complete 3 trials in order to enter the true test. I think we just sort of kill everything I can see to take this really slow. So because of that whole 3 trials thing, this stream is probably entirely going to be focused around just doing the trials and then the last bit. Which I don't mind doing the last bit. I think I can do it multiple times, we'll see. In fact, I believe you can do it multiple times because it is, I'm pretty sure, a mission. But this is going to be pretty free roaming where we go, to the point where I'm going to run a poll to see where we go first. I'm not gonna fight that right there. Over this way. Okay, now we go. So part of the reason this is a really nasty thing to deal with is because these guys love to throw whatever debuffs and things you've thrown onto them onto anything else instead. And they heal themselves a lot, and it's not fun. Well, it is fun, but it's not fun. Brutal. Who would have guessed that things that live in the desert would be so nasty? Yeah. But to teleport, well... Yeah, I'm not going to run any further forward so we don't accidentally spawn another group of scarabs. Ugh. Level 10 tactics! Why would you do this to me? You're blind? Oh, yep. I love setting off flame traps. It's my favorite part of the day! I'm really curious how the protection henchman is actually doing any... Oh, I guess they're protecting the pond. Okay. But yeah, we get to choose one... Well, we have to do all three eventually, but some of them... That's the wrong way to word it. There will be... varying levels of difficulty for each of those missions, depending on how I decide to do them. I might just run, actually. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Although if I'm gonna do this, I probably should take the skills that make me run faster. That would be a really good idea. Because I misremember this entire section of the map. I thought there was a... Oh, there is! It's not where I thought it was. We have to use these teleporter switches to actually teleport. Which is where this gets disgusting. Do I just use one? You know what? I don't remember. And that's a really bad idea. Oh, is it a light puzzle? Well, we're gonna get sent back to the rave. Let's try and do this normally then. God, I thought it was just you run up and hit one switch and then it turns it on. I didn't realize there's going to be a whole involved process. This is going to take a while then. Can't really run it if I don't know how to activate the teleport. Third time lucky. Panda says they love Guild Wars too. That's fine. It's a completely different game to this one, but some people prefer it. We really are going to be stop-starting this whole thing. The huge roadblock really is just like the fact that it's 4 Jade Scarabs and they all do this. Oh, thank you for giving me the deep wounds, Tom. Good news is the more things we kill, the more likely my cat's gonna level up, and then we could just immediately, when we get to some sort of outpost, get rid of the cat. Shame. Lewis says, so this is the game they've heard so much about. Can't remember who keeps going on about it. Yeah, I have no idea who it could possibly be either. Probably someone we know, though. I think they keep appearing in unknown hosts in your streams. I know there's another cluster of 4 right here. Okay, Tom. I had a feeling. Sick cat and the other one is injured. Yeah, I have no idea what the Protector Henchman even does. Because they're not throwing any of the skills on me, so I don't know what they're doing in terms of... I don't know if they're reducing damage, I don't know if they're... doing general buffs. I'm blind, so I can't contribute anything to this fight, because I don't want antidote sickness on my bar, because I'm a fool! That's fine. Why is sorry, that's Lena. Why is Lena leading the way? Many questions. Many, many questions. None will be answered here. Okay, let's not just hold W and hope. Yeah, I don't really have anything to worry about in terms of these guys. Aha, they give me... Oh, they give a chance to block. That's actually fantastic. Except for the fact that the Jade Scarabs are all doing spells. So, I can't really block being touched. Unfortunately, holding a shield in the direction of the Scarab going on my limbs doesn't stop anything. But that is going to be very useful when we fight things that aren't soul-sucking scumbag Scarabs. Why did I choose to say it like that? That's such a tongue twister. Here we are. Oh! Ooh! Yeah, that's where we're going to replace it. We'll get a better look at it in a second, provided Orion doesn't make it angry. But that, despite the fact that it is technically not optimal, is my favorite pet in the game. For Prophecies, at least. The other expansions is slightly different. We'll go have a look at that cute little guy in a second. It's also why the stream is now titled Sandy Lizards. Unknown says, Luna, it's amazing, isn't it? It's burned into their brain, this game. They can't figure out why. It's a mystery that will baffle for ages. We still can't go look at it because there's still scarabs near it. Ah, I love them. The lizard, not the scarabs. Back a bit. Because I don't want to deal with all of this and then more scarabs if they turn up. Dust trap. It's gonna make me blind. I'm not gonna trigger it. Okay, that's pulled everything in. You know what? I'm gonna make you bleed just to... Yeah, and then deep wound it by yourself. Oh, I hate you. Oh! Shielding hands is actually really helpful. It's, I think that's the one where when you take damage, you heal. So it mitigates damage after the fact, as opposed to before the fact. Which actually does matter when it comes to protection. Protection is basically revolving around the idea of... hold on. Look at it! Look at him! So cool! You're gonna become my friend. All tameable creatures, by the way, start at level 5, so you can try to evolve them the way you want to. We're going to do a little bit of messing with that, hopefully. Right, and then we're going to sit tight and wait, because I know when we ran up here there was another group of scarabs that appeared. Luna says, never played a single second, they feel like they know more about it than any other game. I try to be informative in amongst the really weird roleplay I do with every game we play. So hopefully, if anybody ever picks up any of the games they play, it's like, well, I kind of know some things we're dealing with here. I'm just going to send a cat, the cat's going to catch fire. It's going to be funny. Nope, the cat's going to get blinded because of the dust trap that's there as well. Then it's going to catch fire. And then we get the Jade Scarabs. Well, at least we triggered the traps. But, yeah. You know. If anybody ever picks up any of the games I play, hopefully they know something going into it, or they know more of it going into it. When we get to the other campaigns of Guild Wars, I'm going to cover horrifically more bits of information, like actually a deep dive in necromancers, and that's a tribal blade, but it's probably not any good. It's highly salvageable. The steel ingots, I'm going to need to stockpile as many of those as I can. I have 5 Elonian keys. Why? Oh, right, because the actual desert is the Elonian key. That would do it. Again, I forget. That one, that one, that one, that one. Okay. That one. That one. That one. That one. And then we go whoosh. Oh my. No. No. The screams, Papa! Let's fight some Minotaurs. Oh, fight a Minotaur, I guess. Chibi says, so what level of control do I have over the rest of the party / group? Unlike everyone else, they're not familiar with this at all. So, because we're playing without heroes for the most part, my control is very limited. I can basically say, go here, and that's it. I can't tell them which skills to use. I can't tell them... can't even tell what skills they have unless I look it up. I can't assign them to a particular target. I can tell them to fight something... kind of. But for the most part, it is just a case of... I can go... run over there, and they'll run over there. As opposed to, say, my cat, where I can go, I'm gonna pick target, and then it will lock to that target and not switch until it kills it, or until I tell it to unlock. If we were playing Nightfall, or when we get to Eye of the North, which is the follow-on for this character after we do it, after we finish the Prophecies campaign, I get access to heroes. Those ones I can control basically exactly like my character, I just don't have direct control over their movement, as in like this way. But for them, I can customize their skill bar, give them equipment, tell them who to fight, tell them exactly which skill to use, which one they're not allowed to use. There's a lot more control over that, and they were added for a lot of fun reasons. But I know we're going to get rushed by Minotaur. That's what I'm sort of waiting on here. Blind trap, of course! Not gonna get rushed by Minotaur? But like, if I... is it shift click? Alt click? Here we go. Take that too. Sellable. Very sellable. If I do that, they will then go and pick a fight, even if they're not technically... I think it's even if they're not in range. Yeah, I get heal per hit. Right, what I was going to say about protection prayer before I got sidetracked off of that as well. I think from Wizard. Some protection prayers reduce the amount of damage coming in, and that can reduce it to 0. Some protection prayers will heal you after it, which is a different way to do things. Both methods are valid, but one method is more valid than the other one when it comes to farming, which is don't take damage. And there's a few different ways that you do that with a monk, but we don't worry about that. We're not a monk. I have an air wand. I bet you I'm getting upset when we look at this. Ooh. Not too bad. I'm gonna need to buy more kits, though. Sheepy asks, can I pat the kitty? No. I can jump, though. So we have at least that going for us. Anyone who tells you you can't jump in Guild Wars 1 clearly doesn't know about slash jump. They keep using Endure Pain to give themselves more health. That's funny. I'll just make them bleed. Except for the fact they keep blocking it because of where he stands. Oh, there's another Minotaur, Mr. President. Ah, this spell. Protective Spirit, as I just mentioned, monks are really good at farming. This spell is key to the reason why they're really good at farming. Protective Spirit is you cannot lose more than 10% of your health in any single packet. It says attack, but it means packet. Packet is every instance of damage you receive. You can receive like multiple hits and it'll be grouped under one packet. It's kind of weird, but if you think of it as like, if I hit an enemy and it says 20, that is one packet of 20 damage. See, there's other ways where sometimes you'll do multiple hits and then it'll only appear as one number. That's just because it's all being grouped together. Anyway, the trick to farming, and I can't believe this is where I bring up 55 monks. That isn't a reference to having 55 monks. It's actually the amount of health you have. There is a way to reduce your health down to 55, which means Protective Spirit means you can't take any more than... Is it just that way? You cannot take any more than 6, I believe, damage. I think it gets rounded up. So you can't take any more than 6 damage, and then you can have an ability or spell that reduces your damage coming in by a flat, like, 5 or 6. Suddenly, you're taking no damage. So then you can just run around and grab all the enemies, and you just need a way to kill them all pretty quickly. Which Warrior Monk can do, because Warrior gets a skill where you hit an enemy, and every enemy nearby takes damage, and then you use another skill so you hit all nearby enemies, which then means that every enemy that gets hit explodes to all nearby enemies. So if you hit 5 enemies, that's 5 explosions that usually kills everything next to you. There's some really nutty stuff you can do with builds in this game. I don't like being here, but I just need to run around the corner. We're gonna run. We're gonna run. We're gonna run. Ah, the Mesmers, of course they are. Soothing images? Really? That's okay, we're gonna make it into the salt flats. I just realized I left them all behind. Whoops. It's okay, we zoned. Now I need to go all the way over there, which is the really fun part of this. We need to be careful with this, because you know, the same issue could pop up again where we suddenly get ambushed by swarms of scarab. But yeah, there's other really funny things you can do too with different builds, but 55 Monk is one of the easiest ones I can ever remember off the top of my head for examples of really doing min-maxing. 55 Monk requires a very specific item from the Prophecies campaign as well, so if you start in like Factions or Nightfall, you're gonna end up going to Prophecies if you want to do 55. If you don't get that item, your health is 105. Because there are different ways to lower it down. We haven't really gone into that. Don't worry. We might do at some point. But yeah, if you have 105, then obviously 10% is going to be about 10 or 11. It's still doable to bring it down, but it's not as concrete. There's a lot more risk involved. Fun thing is we can talk about what we run through the sands. Why do I want to... Oh, lore. I'm gonna miss it. Was 90? Yeah, 90% chance. They keep putting a dust trap down right on top of them. This is disgusting. Stop doing that. Oh no, it just keeps getting refreshed because I stand in the dust trap like a fool. I have no idea when my cat is going to level up. One of the downsides of Guild Wars 1, I cannot see how much experience my cat has. But it's okay. I'll apply poison here, although I knew there'd be like 13,000 traps. Go again. Okay, they're just going to degenerate down. I really should just run Antidote Signet while we're running through this place. Getting dust trapped 24/7 is not my idea of fun. Hello, go kill this, please. Interesting. Aegis doesn't affect the cat. It doesn't appear here as a buff. Some things that affect party members do apply to pets. Other things don't. Case in point. Oh, that's dead ally, not party member. That might be why. Back out. So Antidote Signet, which I've mentioned a few times, and I, again, really should be running it, especially at this point of the game, is a very fun ranger ability that is free, as in, like, it doesn't cost me anything. No energy cost, 4-second cooldown, 1-second cast time. Removes disease, blind, poison, and 1 additional condition. So every 4 seconds I can get rid of blind. If I'm bleeding, I can get rid of bleed as well, or get rid of deep wounds. But if they're both there, I can't get rid of both at the same time. It'll be 1, and then wait 4 seconds. So it's really nice for dealing with, say, rock shot devourers that keep putting down dust traps because they hate being able to be witnessed. And it's also really good at clearing other status conditions as well. It's just, if you can run it, it's always a good idea to try to run it. But here I am not doing what I'm saying. 1, 2, 3. Oh wow, that's the easiest one so far. Oh. Hello. Adrenaline sort of really is needed for my build, but... Okay. I was about to say, it's kind of weird I haven't seen another dune lizard, but it's by there. Got a lot of stormkin over here. Are you on a patrol? Wow. So of course I'm just gonna go for it. Oh, there's 2 on 1 spot. Okay. I'm gonna take my adrenaline production away. I'm at least gonna poison my blade to burn you down that way. Can't remove the poison off my sword. Not that strong. Synapse Sen's gonna be up that way. Looks like I'm taking on more than I can chew here. Yeah, that's a lot of phantasmal nightmares, or punch of phantasms even. Good news is, because they're technically mesmers, they're really, really easy to kill. Bad news is, can you stop degenerating my cat, please? Ooh, we're gonna have to sort of hang fast for a second. Alessia almost went down. Regenerating, everyone's okay. Need to take a sip from my trusty canteen. Why have I stopped Why did my cat stop regenerating? Never mind, they got fully healed. Alessia wasted their energy, but I'm not going to complain too much. Oh, but I will complain about this. There's more Rockshot Devourers and Jade Scarabs. What did I do to deserve this suffering? Yeah, none of us are actually going to attack anything. It's all down to the mages. I'm pretty sure this is the last teleporter I need. But given that I couldn't even remember where the first teleporter was, I'm probably not right in saying that's the last one I need before we get to... I can't remember its name. It might be something like Augury Rock. I'm not talking to you just yet because everything nearby is going to aggro. Oh, okay, just one popped up. Oh, nope, everything has aggroed. Okay. We're doing it live. Wow. Overpulled, yet still fine. And I actually do need to just go down into the valley and fight, don't I? I mean, I have to anyway because we have to get across somehow. No, can't exactly just fly my way across. As fun as that would be. Means I don't have to deal with scarabs. That's a lot of scarabs, Chief. I'm gonna leave you with that one. Go for that one, please. A little bit of micromanagement needed. Why'd I bleed the scarab? Now I'm bleeding. Why'd I deep wound? Oh, actually, Tom deep wounded the scarab. That wasn't. Tom, do better. I'm gonna bleed the scarab. I don't care. Okay. You could just breathe. Chibi says, overpulled yet still fine. The mind instantly goes to the gutter. Does this place look like it has a gutter for your mind to go to? Are you talking to me through the astral web right now? Love to know where your gutter is. So I can probably get some water and just drown all these scarabs to give me the 1,000 XP. What's really funny about that is I've done that quest and I could not tell you if I'm right in saying I need to just run this way. I know I'm not going back here. At least I hope I'm not going back here. We're just going to keep on exploring. Oh, I got a bone staff? Yeah, I'm not picking up a white bone staff though, that's trash. Pick up the coins though. Right. Left. Oh, that's the inverse of the one we did earlier. We should, you know, position my mouse better. Right, people, we're running this way. Towards yet more... Of course. Of course. I thought I was fighting the Devourer, that one's on me. Oh, I did need to go this way. I didn't even read what the quest said. He probably said to continue past this point. You'll receive Sanctuary. Or you will be where you need to be. I'm just ignoring you. I don't have to fight you. I'm right next to a gate. Now that is a huge lizard. And that lizard does not want to be my friend. There's a resurrection shrine over this way? Normally resurrection shrines are next to outposts. Or... Hi, friends. Or the, you know, pretty close to the way in, which I mean we did go the way in. Some of them can be sort of out in the middle of nowhere. Again, more insecticide, I don't mind. Because the sooner this cat levels up, the sooner I'm going to ship it to... literally, I'm going to send it to a farm. Oh, do I want to fight this many drakes? It says no. No thank you. My titles. Taking into account what I've said about the point of the desert is to do a bunch of trials to then ascend, there's like 5 missions here, so we're not really halfway through. But I guess you could also say we are halfway through. Let me get comfortable and explain kind of what I mean. Warrior's melee, great. So depending on how fast you do this, either your halfway point is getting here, or it's after you ascend. The end of Act 2 comes with the mission that comes after you ascend. And the point after Ascension, i.e. the mission after Ascension, is the furthest I've ever got. So at that point we'll be functionally running blind. We'll see what happens. Does this just let me skip all those breaks? Probably. Left, right, top. Oh, the same pattern as the last one? No, it's not. It's, I love when I click that one. That. Ooh. Yeah, I'll fight some scarabs for a chest. I don't care. Oh, hello. I mean, it requires 11 swordsmanship, but... Oh. Ooh. It is 2 more damage on both sides. Do it. Oh, but my swordsmanship is 9, never mind. I wouldn't get the full damage. Besides, I get bonus damage when I'm hexed, which makes it easy to kill many things. Me thinks I'm not actually going the right way. Me thinks maybe I should go back to just use the big map. Unknown Oasis, but I don't know if I should. Storm artifact? Yeah, leave it. I'm gonna get ambushed by scarabs constantly, aren't I? There's no way I'm not when I cross this giant desert. The whole place is a desert. Giant rock by there, but I don't think that's the rock I need. No, it's not. Very carefully. Never mind. The AI has decided it wants to fight a drake. Again, you can resist my melee damage all you want, but I'm going to make you degenerate. Can't reduce that one without having natural regeneration, which you don't have because we use Earthquake. Well, that hurt, but it's fine. Oh, now we're fighting these two as well? Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Oh, okay, that could be really nice. It's gold. I think that's the highest tier rarity. No way! Marwol, why are you freaking out at this axe? Cast your minds back to when I mentioned classes and professions, and I said that the primary profession gets their primary attribute, the secondary does not get a primary attribute. So we don't get expertise because ranger is our secondary, but we get strength because warrior is my primary. Spawning power is the primary attribute of a factions only profession. Spawning power improves the health of all summons, which is spirits and undead, however it's worded, by a certain amount. This axe, despite the fact it is an axe, is probably really good just to throw onto a necromancer if they're a minion master, because they could just switch to it, summon things, switch off. Now, it's a shame that it's of the ritualist. If it was of the necromancer, this would instead be soul reaping, which means that I would gain energy 3 times every 50, up to 3 times every 15 seconds when anything nearby dies. And that would be good enough for me to warrant switching off of being swords and just go axes. Golden weapons are fantastic. You can't get a of the profession augment on anything that isn't gold. At least, I don't think you can take it off of... You can take it off of it, but it's still going to be an axe script either way. It's also dealing cold damage, which is nuts. I didn't even clock that one. So, yeah. Gold weapons. They're the highest rarity for a reason. And that is why you make a farming build, is to get those. Kill enough things and they might just drop. I don't know which way I'm going. This desert is never in. Mana Chipped Fang? Well, that's a warrior, so... might actually get a skill out of this, at least. Picked up a lot of gold in there. Considering you split 6 ways, that's still pretty good. Level 25? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna kill everything before I fight you. Okay, I'm gonna tell these guys to sit back a bit. Oh! This thing has a ton of health, by the way. You can tell by the fact that I'm making it bleed, it's barely going. Nope, we're doing it live. Okay. Come on. Go down. Got him. Thankfully, because these guys keep doing AoEs, all the henchmen kept running around and kept all the other drakes distracted. I'm not even bothered. Let's see what you had, buddy. Wary stance, mighty blow, and that's it. Lock any attack skills used against you, feature gain. I mean, it's nice, but nothing. We resume our desert-based journey. No, we don't. We took literally like 15 steps and ran into some devourers. And now we gotta run into some drakes, but at least I don't mind fighting drakes. Would have been nice to get a skill that was worth my time off of that guy. But, as I said already, experience leading towards the cat hitting 20 is a nice byproduct of us getting lost. It's just I wish we weren't this lost. Do I just need to head towards what is very clearly a giant wrecked ship? Maybe. But honestly, it's a nice little run around. Get to have a look at something that isn't just jungle. Although we didn't really spend that long in jungle land if you think about it. We'll spend a little bit more time there, I guess. I don't know. That section where you go from working with the white mantle to the shining blade has always been a bit off to me, just because the pacing of it doesn't seem quite right. You're barely with the white mantle, and then all of a sudden it's, by the way, they're sacrificing people en masse. Maybe that's a bad thing to do. Do you want to stop them? And you sort of go, yes. The whole thing sort of flows in a really rushed sort of way. But again, this is the first campaign. We're still working some things out. Okay, so now I'm in a different section of random desert. Oh, does this not go anywhere? That's going to be really funny if that's the case. Means I'm truly lost. No, we might be okay. It might curve around us. Because otherwise, I have no idea where I'm going. Which has probably been evident from the fact that I've said I'm lost and we're sort of running around everywhere. Sort of try to avoid some of the fighting to speed this up. Okay, I can see there's another portal over there, and there's a chest right here, so we're, you know, getting towards something resembling civilization. No, I keep thinking, I see a giant rock, and I go, that's the rock! And it's, no. That's some other buff dude. I walked through the deserts. I drank the scorpion. I saw Cwningen. He said I was right. We've hit the point of me getting lost that I'm now referencing meme videos I don't think anybody here has seen. Because it's a really niche meme video. You might know where it came from if you know what I meant by Cwningen. Do you... hold on, is that a strength-based shield? Am I finally gonna have a new shield? Yes, please. Oh, well, that was a waste. Ladies and gentlemen, it took this long, but we finally have our first piece of equipped golden equipment. And it's a shield. I mean, I'm not gonna say no, it's a free shield. Skyward reach. Oh. No. I mean, sure, I think this might actually be one of the mission locations. Which, if it is, this is going to be funny. Not, so it's not funny. It's not funny. Stop laughing. Very serious. Ads unfortunately arrive in about 50 seconds. That tree is popping in and out of existence. Oh good, centaurs. Centaur? Plural? I'm not an expert in centaur. That one, that one, that one. Okay. I don't know what everyone's favorite mythical creature is. I think it's kind of clear from my tone that it's not centaur for me. Oh? That looks right. This area looks right. Say hello to the hydras, by the way. They're, Yep. Thought they cast me on Fireball, and, yeah, they're gonna be hitting like bricks. We want to fight as few of these at once as possible. So, of course, we get jumped by a large group of them. Because I wasn't paying attention, and they just roamed next to us. Just run. That's all I can do at this point. Wait, that's a giant rock. Is that the giant rock? I may have actually just lucked into being exactly where I need to be. Which is funny, because if you look at the map, we just went the long way round. Somehow my cat is alive. Somehow Palpatine returned. Somehow I need to get past... Cha, you're up. Shit. I'm dead. I'm so dead. All it takes is one knockdown and I'm done. Wait, is this not? Chief, I don't know where I'm going. Oh. Oh, it's right here. If I keep moving, they can't kill me. Damn it. Meteored into Firebolt. But I know where I'm going now. Oh, I'm right. Am I close enough to the red shrine just to be picked up by that? I don't think I am. Yeah, this is fine. We know where we're going. We know where we're going. This is something. Yeah, you could just go... Stop stealing the map from me. I'm doing important things. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, here to here, and then you could just run this way and you come in that way. I think is the way you're actually supposed to go. If I had read the quest text, I would know. Oh... Thank you. But unfortunately, I need to sacrifice them. So... If we could please keep moving, that'd be great. Thank you. I can see that pack of Hydra moving this way, and that really upsets me because I wanted to go around them. And they're just like, no, we're gonna go this way. I'm gonna run into Storm Kid, and that's a really bad move. Oh, this is a really bad idea to have gone this way. Too far away for I'll avenge you. I'm gonna eat all the fireball damage. Yeah. So my problem there was trying to go around. I should just cut across. That's fine. We'll do it this time. I will death run this as many times as I have to. Why am I going? Go this way. Guys. Guys, please. Okay. Hold with me, that's good. Go. Right. Running through the middle of this is not a great idea, but hopefully they burned all their meteors, so we shouldn't get knocked down. Let's try this third time lucky. Also, it helps if I run properly. Also would help if I had an actual, like, running skill. Again, we've sort of done this in the absolute wrong way. Well, if we have to do this again, we kind of know the way through. It just means getting through that initial slaughter of hydras and... No, not hydras. Scarabs. Through. Hazel, hello, welcome in. Hope you're having a good week so far. We don't have a Discord. I know I've just said that with a really weird tone. It's just because... Oh, Augury Rock, we reach it! Because I've been trying to get through this. We've only just managed to reach where we need to be. Yeah, there's no Discord. Unfortunately. You're going to tell me skills. Fear me is pretty good. Winnowing, I don't mind. That's not primary quest, but we can meet our friends out there anyway. So the Great Ritual Priest Zavat. Take me there. The way this works is... There's a new build of Guild Wars? Oh well. The way this works is we have to basically get the approval of these three spirits, and then they will open the rock for us. You can also kind of see... Kind of hard though. There's 3 cutouts. Stood beside Turai Odessa. Finally fell here in the Crystal Desert. Ascension is only available to those who are worthy rising. Seek out the thirsty river to the east. Prove your work by cleansing. I'm going to use a map for this, because otherwise we will just get really, really lost all the time. And then, I believe you're south? Did I see the word north very quickly there? Northeast to Alona Reach. And then we have... You're going to be the one that's south, aren't you? Like the one that's... Yeah, south to the Dunes of Despair. Okay, so... Poll time. Which one do we do first? I love how I can actually scroll that chat, so I don't have that name. That's okay. I have another way to get their names. Sneaky. Sands of Souls. Okay, so without any details, where do we go? Are we going to the Dunes of Despair? Are we going to go to Ilona Reach? Or are we going to go to the Thirsty River? You'll let this run for 2 minutes. Go for it. And if it's a tie, I'm going to find some way to randomly decide which one we do. While we're waiting for that, actually, I should probably get up a map of where we can go. Okay. Okay. I see how this works. Kind of. See how. The funny thing is, we accidentally ran past at least one outpost and also one of the mission sites. So, okay. So if it comes down to it, I know where we're going. I can't believe yeah, we managed to avoid actually 3 outposts if you count the mission one. Okay, poll ended. I need to RNG this. Ooh. We'll do it between the one that I ran near and the one that I think is easiest to get to. So that's going to be Ilona Reach and Thirsty River. Heads is Ilona, tails is Thirsty. Which one's it going to be? It would be the one that we weren't anywhere near. Thirsty River means we have to actually run out of the way we just came. The good news is I am pretty sure that is a post. It is. Let's go. So the way we need to go is up, teleport back across, go down here, there's an outpost right here, and then we just run. The Ilona Reach is right here. We were running, we even cut across here, we looked right, and, oh no, actually, we sort of went out this way and then cut this way, so there wasn't really a chance of me seeing a gate. But once we get the outpost here, it's just back through, fight our way through the drakes, teleport across, we're into Ilona. The hardest one is all the way down here, but we might be able to go this way, hop across, and just go south. There's an outpost over here. The outpost we ran past in the Salt Flats is like over here as well. So there's quite a few places we just sort of went straight past. But this does give me a pretty easy way in and out of a few different areas. Let's pick up another quest, why not? Shield Bash and Dust Trap. Kill 10 Minotaur. It's not too bad. Meet our friends at Skyward... Actually, meeting our friends at Skyward Reach might make this a bit easier for us. I'm not quite sure what good selling my items to a ghost is, but here we go. Yeah, get rid of 2. Get rid of the Butterfly Sword and the Cesta. I'm actually going to keep this. Yeah, I'm going to keep that axe. Reinvite the party. That'll do. Shibi says edge. Ah, close. Why are you trying to get the coin to land on its edge? What are you, Kane? I have no idea who any of you... Actually, I kind of know who you are. Never mind. We did sort of meet 2 years ago. I probably shouldn't run ahead of these because we know how dangerous the Hydra are. But also, that's only 2 Hydra. Well, about to become more than 2 Hydra. Now 3 Hydra. Technically more. We'll just wait. We will just wait. Like how they're casually walking across the sands too, like they're not being surrounded by a bunch of... Hydra are weird in this. I mean, a lot of the fantasy creatures in this are weird, but Hydra in this are just 2-headed, fire-breathing dinosaurs. It's an interpretation, for sure. Oh, 3-headed, never mind. I was wrong, I miscounted. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. You guys aren't even a high enough level for this. Alright, we're going hot against like 6 Hydra. This ain't gonna work, Chief. This really ain't gonna work, Chief. It's somehow working. Okay, Devona is just dead. Is Devona still just dead? Are you not gonna revive Devona? Yeah, they really aren't. I guess I'll just pick her up again in a second. You have something to show me? No, the quest is complete. Oh, Devona's dead, so I'm not going to get Devona's dialogue. And also, we got here before these two did, so we're going to miss their dialogue too. Doesn't really matter. We need to go... We could not take the teleporter. We could just go this way, I think. But... I'd rather we take the teleporter. Don't you dare splinter out like that. We need to be a cohesive group in case anything happens and we need to fight Hydra. Kind of like Captain America, although hopefully with less elevator sequence. Is that just 2? It is 2. There's 3 roaming over here. Yep, that is a 3 Hydra. That is a triple threat. Okay. Leslie goes down again. I mean, she's died once already, so it's not surprising. Cat's about to go down too. Oh, more Hydra if I go this way? Might be able to move around. Oh. I'm gonna assume you're on your own. Okay, I would rather fight these Hydra if I can. My god, there is no way we're getting through this without pain and suffering. We need to go up that way. Okay, so by eating that fireball, it means our group is actually going to live, so we might have a chance at killing these, but running wide is going to be... Oh, there's too many of these. Look how they merged. Oh, you would give me a fire wand like that, wouldn't you? How good of a fire wand is it? Oh, why is it have this trash? Have airtime casting. Use your big boy words, Marwol. Nobody here is going to know what I mean by. Oh, there's another chest here. Do I even have another key? I have one more key. I'm gonna assume the life band is a, you know, healer, judging by the equipment and the name. Okay, these guys are pretty fragile. It's not giving me a good War Axe. Damage plus 16% against Tengu. Okay, well that sword single-handedly pays for the identification kit I need. Come on. Oh no, it's use shield stance. Oh well, it's bleeding. So, moving a bit further forwards. Slow but steady progress. Can I avoid all this? Nope. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, there was no helping Alessi out of that because that's multiple groups put together. Like, I couldn't fight through those guys and also everything else. Okay, now we can try to save Alessia. Largely because their healer is dead. Cat has hit level 20. Look at it. It's bigger now. Got an Elonian key. You have surprisingly good luck today. Okay, if we could not aggro the 4 centaur that are just running around that bit of a plateau, that'd be beautiful, please. Oh, and we'll just aggro the rest of these instead. That's even worse. Okay, that's a dead life bound. Oh, yeah, and we did aggro the others. Great. You know what? I'm gonna risk it. See, there's some more moving around up ahead. But I can also see that we're gonna zone soon, too. Safety. That's a nasty area to fight through. Excuse me, I require things. You said a superior salvage. I do need another expert. It's cost inefficient, but I'll take this too. But I did say the instant we get to an outpost and we have a level 20 cat, I am going to send it to the farm. But I'm now going to hold that off until we get to the outpost mission site we have to do. Defensive stance and... Go there later. We're a collector of what? What do you collect, Ghost, that could be of use to you? Shriveled eyes? You give me strength? I'll actually keep that one in mind. That's gonna save me money. So just doing a quick check for lizard. There was a lizard here. I was going to go back on my word and I was going to go ship this cat to the farm and immediately get myself a brand new lizard. Good. Teleport this way. Do I need to, or am I just going... Hydras. Oh, hydras. Boy, oh, they're coming close. Going this way. They smell my fear, and they're coming for me. There's no way I'm fighting a Hydra boss. Go. Don't you dare split. There's 3 Hydra by here. Okay, we're doing it live. We're not doing it live. Let's go, people. We're running away. Hydras and scarabs. The desert hates you and wants you to die everywhere you go. The good news is, though, that I'm basically free. Oh my, why is... You know what? I don't even need it to arrive. The Dune Burrower can't stop me. They could, but they won't. Wait, I'm back in Skyward Reach? I'm back in the building? Wait, I've taken a wrong turn. I've taken such a wrong turn. Giant. Great move, by the way, to have a map that I can't zoom in on. I need to go back out the way I came. But I think teleport across. Show me the scar. Leads to Thirsty River. Okay, apparently we can just die and the nearest respawn point is outside of the Thirsty River. So if I just go this way and we wipe, should appear over there. Should do. Doesn't mean we will. You know, that means I'm gonna run up and we're just gonna get the aggro of as many hydras as I can. Why'd you only deal 14? Oh, protective spirit. Hold on, I need these guys aggro as well. Please don't win the fight. I need you to lose. Okay, we're losing. We're losing. Okay, kill me next. Do we just get taken straight there? Time to find out. Could be funny if they put me at Destiny Scorch, because then I actually have to fight my way there. Nope, I am exactly where I need to be. Okay. Thirsty. I don't think I remember which one you are. Are you the one where I have to do the escort quest? In which case I definitely need a guide because I don't think it's doable solo. For the full, you know, bonuses. This is the 6 teams of increasing difficulty. Okay, no, it's just the arena fights. The bonus is keeping the king alive in the final area. Okay, I think we can do this. Okay, I kind of understand what we're doing here. But I did say we'd go get a lizard. So we're gonna go to the Great Temple of Balthazar. From here we're gonna go to the Zaishen Menagerie. Zaishen Menagerie is a really fun, interesting place. You can only come here by yourself. You cannot bring friends, to my knowledge. I like animals. Only the owner and their heroes. Leave everyone else behind. What is the point of the Zaishen Menagerie? Simple. Put all your pets here, and then you can choose what pet you want back. So, for example, if I talk to you, you will give me 100 gold for any level 20. Hearty Stalker to add to the collection. Expand my collection to include all evolutions. So if you want a specific evolution but you haven't managed to get it, you can bring the pet here, hand it in at level 20, and then you can choose what level 20 you want, and then it's done. There are other things as well with the Zaishen Menagerie. For example, there are different pets you can unlock based on how many you have given. And they do run free. take my cat. Now what I need to do is back to Lion's Arch. Then I need to go to Augury Rock is probably the safest place to go to if I want to go find a lizard quickly. We're gonna go see if I can find a lizard. What does sprint come under? Is that strength? Watch me forget I've done this and then we end up not putting it back on. This is kind of what I mean, by the way, with running skills. They're skills that just improve my movement speed. So sprint has a, to be fair, that's almost a 100% uptime. That 13-second duration, 15-second recharge. I'm not seeing a lizard yet, but we need to not lose hope. I apparently still have someone following me. So. One, two, three, four. The likes I will go for this lizard. Okay, well, give this. I'm holding an alt so that if we do run into a little... You keep doing what you want to do. Salving cactus? I said salivating cactus, then I was about to get very concerned. The control shows enemies, but alt shows friendlies and allies. Charmable animals fall under that. Yeah. Wow, I'm just not gonna find one. We found Carl the Rich. Teleporters, which is what he's over here. I can see that roaming band of Minotaur, and I'm just going to say no. Oh. Maybe I'm just really unlucky with the lizards. So now if I truly wanted to be speed, I'd also have the other running thing equipped. I know I have another running skill, I just don't know what it is. It's under wilderness survival. Sand element. They might slow me down. Dune lizard! Oh. Go away. No one likes you. I found a dune lizard, but I'm getting harassed by a sandworm, so... There's another... Oh, there's a few dune lizards over here. Okay, we can kind of take a pick of who we get. You know what? We're gonna do something even easier. We're gonna zone, and then we're gonna pick a dune lizard. This is just a regular outpost mission. Quest here? Nope. Okay. Let's get me a lizard. You're not gonna kill me, lizard. Level 5. Okay, now because my pet name of the cat was Not-a-Char, we now have a lizard called Not-a-Char, which is very, very correct, but we need to think of a new name for the lizard. What are we gonna call this little guy? Kinda wish I could name him inside of the town. I think I can anyway, but... I think I know what I'm gonna name the lizard. Since we just finished UFO Enemy Unknown, it's not gonna make any sense outside of it. But hello, Rattleship. Okay, let's go do Thirsty River, because I at least want to get one mission done before we end. It being level 5 is a bit of an issue, though, but we could work around that. Of interest, was the other running skill under... It was Storm Chaser in Quickening Zephyr. Nope, Storm Chaser, that's it. Oh, you're the faster arrow. No, recharge twice as fast, but cost more. 10 seconds, move 25% faster to gain 2 energy whenever you take it. But yeah, you could use that and then cycle between the two and I'd be able to run all the time. We're probably going to need when we try to go to the other locations, but we'll worry about that later. How will Avenger requires me to be dead? Requires conditions. Since I know I need to kind of go fast here, I'm tempted not to take Lena, but we'll take Lena to begin with. Please. Okay. Go do a bunch of fights. I'm good at fighting. At least I choose to believe I am. Actually, it might be a good idea to bring Lena because they might be able to keep the... name. Escapes. The king alive. Which way am I going? Way. Follow the path. Simple enough. Yet I still got confused. Kill sand giants to receive a morale boost? You got it, chief. Why are you focusing my cat? I need to know. Why are you focusing my lizard? It's probably because it's level 5, but like, still. Do you know what skill I forgot to swap? Let's try that again. Oh, you can get a dune lizard here. This is sand giant, right? Part of the reason that I want to kill these, you know, other than it gives me and the rest of the party more health, it's also going to give Rattleship a little bit more durability that he desperately needs. Oh, that's burning traps. Upside to it being level 5 and dying so quickly, when my skills come back online, at least I get to... I will avenge you. I'm going the right way, right? No. Oh no, those are just sand giants. Okay. I can't not go the right way. Do you guys want to explain why you're still taking damage, or is it just one of those days? Pick up. Okay, there's another two sand giants up here. Go for the one that's on its own first. If you could stop bullying my lizard, please. Really sucks when they decide that they want to go punch the little baby, my little rattle ship. Alright, good work. We've, avenged my lizard. I keep trying to say snake, but it's not a snake. Despite the fact I called it rattlesnake. Rattleship. And let's massacre some forgotten illusions.
Before you can ascend and enter the rift, you must first be cleansed. Lead me safely to the rune circle at the end of this test, and I will cast the ritual to burn away your earthly imperfections. Your first challenge will be to defeat a single legion of Forgotten. Your opponents will be resurrected every 2 minutes, unless you destroy the priest who tends their shrine. Once you have defeated your foes, lead me to the door, and I will usher you into the next challenge. The challenges will grow harder as you progress. If you defeat all of the foes along your path, we will claim the rune circle, and you will be cleansed. Prove yourselves worthy, and you will be one step closer to gaining entrance to the rift.
Watch the king die right at the end. Setterbound, thank you for the raid. I see you were playing Clover Pit. Still spinning those Oh my god, because I typed the thing. My keyboard doesn't work on that, even though I click back into this. I love this game sometimes. Actually, that's just an OBS thing. Defeat Goss Alesh's. He's not here. That's fine. Thank you for the follow. Follows are anonymous. As I say, I can see you playing Clover Pit. Which, that's the one-armed bandit gambling game, I think. 1 second, I'm trying not to sneeze. Okay, I'm alive. I've survived. Alessia, could you not, horrifically die? You're being backfired, aren't you? Okay, this is sort of my issue of just because I ran like this like an idiot because I was too busy getting distracted. Oh hey, the cat's already leveled up. I was gonna say, go on, put it down again and I'll revive it. I'll catch up with chat in a second, because we're a little bit on the wire for this. But, yeah, I think Clover Pit is the... Yeah, one-armed gambler. I mean, you know what? Oh, they all resurrect here. I thought they just resurrect, like, at their random position. I was saying, like, where they were originally. Well, we've learned. We'll be able to do this on the next go. Yeah, I'll take that wipe. Right. Now that I'm not horrifically failing at a mission because I'm trying to rush through it because I didn't think for a second about the enemy placement. Cinnamon says they didn't know I played Guild Wars. Are you doing a meme? Are you trying to be... Are you being funny? Cinnamon also says, yeah, they're trying to do some hard mode things as they're starting their February medieval games on Saturday, so they don't want to start a new playthrough and not have it all of Feb. That kind of makes sense. I know you had that as a goal. I didn't know if you'd managed to hit it, but obviously you have if you're getting ready for it. Do you know what the funny list of games is going to be for the medieval thing? I know you mentioned Kingdom Come Deliverance, but I don't know what else you've got on that list. Again, I'm confused as to why everybody else there is taking those hits. There's nothing back there. I mean, I know these guys are ranged, but still. I just wasted that deep wounds. Gash, even. I mean, I'm not wrong, I did waste it. Up you get. Don't want to get ambushed over here as well, or did I just fight that ambush? Yeah, I think we just fought it. Geta, hello! I know you just said you're lurking because you just finished work, but you're getting a shout out too, and I need to remember to click back in as opposed to just assuming I have. There we go. Hope you've had a good week as well. Hope you're going to have a good weekend too. Silvermine says it's on 96%, but they were away for a week in January, so it's close enough. They might be on again tomorrow for a couple hours. Ooh. But yes. I think you were memeing with the I didn't know you played Guild Wars, because you've definitely been in some of the streams where I just sat there and gone, you know what thing? Remember Guild Wars? Oh, good, we get to I Will Avenge You again in a second. So how are we going to handle that first fight differently is I'm not going to just run into it. I'm actually going to fight a group and then fight a group and not just fight everything all at once. Sunrise says, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, probably some Chivalry 2, Half Sword, maybe Age of Empires 4. The only Age of Empires I'm familiar with is the first one and the second. I never played 3. Thank you. I wonder why it wasn't dead yet. Never played 3. I know the ads are right, but we're getting back to that point, and clearly it's going to take me more than the ad break to be able to get back through that fight. Do I want to pick up a sand giant here? I don't think I will. Let me just double check that map. That is... Then we fight 2. Oh, I see how this works. Fight 1, then 2, then 3. Got it. We will... Oh, we're gonna have to fight this no matter what I try and do. That's okay. Sunrise says they were doing something. Thought you were. Thought so. I was about to be very surprised if you did play Guild Wars, and they'd be like, jump on. Get in the party. We're gonna go massacre some snake men. Man, I've got a lizard called Rattleship and I'm fighting a snake man. I really am basically back in UFO, aren't I? There's no way around it. I gotta fight this whole bulk of the group right here, but I gotta start with this sand giant. Okay, we've got morale boost there. And then we can just degenerate down all the rock shots. I'm gonna hit you once. I'm gonna hit you once. I'm blind, that's why I'm not hitting you. Hopefully the lizard is gonna level up again soon. Look at all those little raccoons in their little hoods. They're up to only good things. I've basically got that sand giant on its own. I might as well go kill it. I'm sure those 4 raccoons are not planning anything devious at all. Sunrise says they started on 3, realizes mechanically different to the rest for some reason. But yeah, AoE Age of Empires 4 is similar to 2. I heard that there were issues with 3 and that sort of killed the series until Age of Empires 4 happened, but I didn't realize it was because it was mechanically different. Okay, let's go kill some things. The other thing I could have done there as well is realize that the priest is going to be a priest, and thus is probably going to heal, as opposed to just mass res. Yeah, foolish of me to assume that they would have resurrected where they died, as opposed to at the shrine, which is how most resurrection shrines work in the game. Hi, I know what I'm doing. You don't. Do I have to sit here and watch the cutscene anymore? As in, like, would I have had to? Okay. What we're going to do is pull this group, fight this one. Okay, then we're going to move on. I mean, we're not making great time, but it's a lot safer. Because everyone's not getting, like, thermo nuked. Except for some reason, Lena decided to run towards them, so, like, I don't know what her defect is, but we managed to find it. Right, and then I need to kill you as fast as I can. Making good time. Except you've just done the block thing. No, we're about to get rushed again. Right, got him. I kind of need... I will avenge you off cooldown. That's the issue there. The other one as well was, I thought Tom would have joined me in fighting, but apparently not. We're also going to have, like, no energy for this. Oh, get out of the storm. We're doing this again. Mesmers with Chaos Storm. Horrific to deal with. That's okay. I need to pick out the target so Tom comes over and punches it. The entire party needs to fight it. I can't kill the priest fast enough because it has the elite skill with the fantastic healing on it. And it can also give itself block, which is even worse. I can punch through the healing, kind of. I can't punch through if I'm being blocked half the time. Especially if my skill's been shut down. We're just going to avoid fighting if we have to. So we're going to get ambushed now. Yep. And then we'll pick up that Sand Giant, A, because we're going to aggro it anyway, and B, because we might as well. Come back up. Can we kill the rock shot, please? Okay, it's just gonna leave. That's even easier. This is another example where a player would be better because the level gap isn't too bad for this one. It's not as bad as it was for the wilds. But a second player means we could just do what I did there, leave the mercenaries to do whatever, the henchmen to do whatever they want to do, and then we focus on dealing with the priest. I'm gonna start slapping the signet on. I'm gonna have it replace my apply poison at this rate, even though the apply poison's there so we can get a lot of degeneration in where we need to. Really? But yeah, having a level 20 pet would just mean it doesn't die all the time. The damage would be better out of it, but the main thing is when it dies, we lose the skills. The duration of how long that lasts, by the way, is dictated by the Beast Mastery skill. Pick up another percent here, although I want you guys to pull this way. Good. Okay, we had a good plan last time. The issue was we didn't kill the monk before he got the resurrection off. And part of that was down to me not picking out the target. If we all dumpstered the monk, we would be fine. The issue is then the next... This is going to be a lot of trial and error. We might not be able to move on to the next mission. In terms of what we do this stream. Okay, they're gonna walk this way. That saves us a bit of time. I kind of wish the timer started from the first death, not just the timer. So there's Chaos Storm. Don't. Tom, why? Oh, it doesn't bleed. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm just stood in the thing. The energy loss is the main problem there, because it takes out a lot of my damage. Also, the ghost for some reason is now with us all the way over here. The ghost didn't follow us the last few times. Okay, we got no resurrection to worry about. More importantly, you aren't getting healed outside of your own skills. Open the chest. Cass says, Bloodborne on emulator keeps crashing, so that's getting sorted off. It's a real shame, because I know you will, as you started it, and I was looking forward to seeing what it was like. But PlayStation 3 is a real mess when it comes to emulation. So unfortunately, I'm not hugely surprised to hear it isn't working out, but it's a shame that it's the case. Cass says it's PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 3. I thought it was PlayStation 3 the Bloodborne was released on. I really wouldn't trust a PlayStation 4 when the PlayStation 3 is absolutely a shit show. There's no other way to put it. Cass says it's even more of a mess. Yeah, but PlayStation 4. I think the thing has like a barely even 1% stable game list. Okay, here's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to sort of fight this by here. Send the cat to go to review. Oh right, the thing was dead before we did this. I don't think it revives the whole set. Come on, someone just hit the champ, thank you. How am I crippled? How are you still alive? Okay, my lizard leveled up again. Of course it's an elementalist. Got it. No one's been resurrected. Okay. You know, we just play this a little bit safer. We're gonna wait for the next... We're gonna wait for the next 2-minute marker. So we're gonna wait for 4 minutes, and then we're gonna make a play here. Because otherwise these guys are gonna get revived, and I'm gonna have, like, no time to get through whatever you are. I think you're a ranger. I know you're green, you're either a ranger or a necromancer, and I'd... Funny if you're a necromancer, actually. So yeah, play the safe. We can start the fighting close to 4 minutes. Just need to make sure we don't kill many until then. Cass says they also don't know how, but they deleted their gaming scene in OBS. Do you have, like, delete or backspace on a, like, hotkey for something, and then you accidentally left it selected without realizing? Because I've done that sometimes where because home is my mute and unmute. If I'm still, like, primary windowed onto OBS, and I'm still selected on, like, say, the video capture thing, if I hit home, it'll always make it lose the source, because it will take that as being, oh, you want to use that button for this, and home will default it to no scene. Come on, run back over so I can pick a fight. Ooh, they're doing it. Ooh, they're doing it. Okay, this is as close to, like, great as we can do it. I'm not chasing that. I'm gonna fight this guy. You just use Death Teleport, which is a necromancer. It is an actual necromancer skill, but it's one that I've never seen used for outside of PvP. Yeah, I think you're... Oh, is it whatever the snake is what the leader snake is? Interesting. So I mentioned earlier that, like, my favorite pet in Prophecies is least optimal. I shouldn't collect gold while I'm in the middle of this. The reason for that is because it deals piercing. And piercing is resisted by undead. There we go. See how clean that is? Just death teleported again. I mean, there's worse things it could do. It's got regen, but that's okay. Okay. When we get into the next one, this is where the king is, I believe. I'm not going for that gold. The king is in the middle. We need to keep him alive, which means we protect the king. Then I need to go fight one, and then I think I need to go back into the middle, and then we go, and then we go, and then we go, and then we go. Until we win. He's level 24 at least, so he is a bit durable, and he to fight alongside him. Is there another cutscene here, or are we going straight in? We've got Priest on the left, Arcanist in front, Curse Bearer on the right. I don't know who he's fighting. He's fighting these ones over here. The king is pretty weak, actually. But the fact he's level 24. Since we started over here, we might as well just keep hammering it this way. Hello, Custodian. I'm gonna eat your skills later. That's the fastest clear we've done of any of these guys. Endure pain, hamstring. Do you have an elite skill? Thrill of victory. Warrior's endurance. Strength. Hello, we might actually have an elite here. I gotta do this quick. 29 seconds, 3 energy each time you hit with a melee attack. Warrior's there's no way. Yes, please. Every time I hit, I gain 2 energy? 3 energy? Can I raise above 22? Well, that's my max. Okay. We're gonna wait for the 2 minutes. See if anything revives and tries to attack the king. Okay, I think group over there has revived. Let's go for the Arcanist next. I'm watching the middle in case there is a group running in. Oh. No, they're just running around. Okay. Man, this fixes so much of my energy problem. This is going to replace Final Thrust. For sure. Oh, there would be, wouldn't there? Am I getting literally body blocked right now? Yes, I am. Fuck off! Get through! give me that the collision's having issues. Unless it's gone down. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but... Man, I have infinite energy now. This is why elite skills are great, and why we've been running the skill this whole time to try and find one. The capture signet, there we go, that's what I was trying to say. Because look at this, every hit. Every hit. Okay. They've just resurrected. Pull these. Curse bears. So maybe it doesn't track the way I thought it did. I'm getting absolutely horrifically reamed right now. Could I have my blind cleanse, please? Can I have blind cleanse, please? Hello, cleanse? Didn't mean to hit that. That's only 5 energy, too. Okay, that's a monk and a monk. So, we need to go for the priest first. Get the degeneration piled on this thing. Got it. I love how we had like the rough start and then third actual attempt time, we just nailed it straight through. I wonder if I can capture an elite skill if I have... It probably leaves an empty spot on my bar, but this is invaluable. Like, this has fixed so many issues with the build. We could run other more offensive energy-based skills off of this. For example, we could have the condition-based regeneration as well.
Under the scrutiny of the gods, your souls will be pure, your bodies cleansed. You are ready for the next phase.
I think this entire high of like, holy hell, look what we managed to do, is where we're going to leave it. I do need to go get another capture signet. Because, word of advice, you've seen how good this one is. There's other elite skills. Maybe we'll find another elite skill that we'd use instead of it, Warrior's Endurance. We can only have one elite skill slotted, which is why I'm curious to see how this pans out with... if we capture a second, does it not get equipped, or do we have to choose which one to keep on the bar? We'll see. But for the most part, Warrior's Endurance, I'm absolutely happy. Final Thrust, really good damage, but it's more of an execution. This, meaning we can just keep power attacking into power attack, like every 3 seconds we can power attack. I could throw apply poison on anytime I want to, even if it's late. This opens up a lot of opportunities for us. It's so good. But as I say, I do need to get another skill. Capture signet. I also need to set off all this trash and throw the inventory items into, you know, the bank. Oh, sorry, the crafting items. Crafting materials into the bank. I have a lot of gold spent here, by the way, because I picked up a lot of different skills for leveling, specifically the pet. We don't need it. Like, okay, for example, I could run Bull Strike. Or, oh wow, that'd be a combo. Fire Endurance, burn my energy down, go to Berserk stance. Shield Bash, although we have a quest to get that for free. What else? Griffin Sweep. That's another set of damage. Or we could have more durability with I Will Survive by just having insane regen for like 10 seconds. Or we could get a pet skill involved. No? Scavenger Strike is already here, does improve the damage the pet does, and gives me energy, which I've mentioned before is like one of the things we could do to try and fix the energy of a warrior. But we could also pick out things like Feral Lunge, where we can make the enemy bleed. And they take damage, so we have 2 ways to make them bleed. Say the options that an elite skill open up are insane. Or even we could throw Brutal Strike in, which does the same thing as this. But A doesn't use adrenaline, B is energy, but we can keep it up with Warrior's Endurance, so then the pet just mauls its way through everything. Like, it's nuts. Let's go back to Augury Rock. We'll figure out what we're doing next time. I don't know if that's going to be Sunday or if that's going to be next Tuesday or what. But yeah, we've although we haven't done a lot here, we did beat UFO. We've just gained our first elite skill. We've done the first trial towards Augury Rock. It's going well.